Hi, everybody.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. Hi. Make sure you keep
How you going?
yourself unmuted now.
Yeah.
You might have some background, but hopefully it'll be okay. It's just when you have about 20, if you have a lot of people on, it can be really hard to hear.
Yeah. So I just have a couple of questions.
Yeah, go for it.
So you were saying in appearance, is this where on my main homepage I've got a couple of spots and one's like knitting and crocheting, one's sewing, one's whatever. Is that where I can change one of those?
Okay, so Katie, you're Handcraft Collective, is that right?
Yep.
Yes, Katie.
It's more.
Are you Katie Gregory?
Yeah, yep.
Hi.
Hey, it's me.
Sorry, I'm just placing you. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I'm kind of starting soft launch this week, but there's just a couple of things I just wanted to kind of look wise change around.
Yeah, okay. So you're talking about the homepage, and you're talking about the little boxes that link to things.
Yeah. Yep.
On the front page.
Yep. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. About 6 little boxes. It's more just because obviously you guys don't really know when you set up the stuff, but it feels very knitting side of things, whereas I'm really less about that and more about the sewing side. So I just wanted to kind of change the feel of it a bit.
Okay. So, the main point to take from that is you're wanting to change content. Okay, so you won't be changing the appearance, like going into customize appearance. Because
Yep.
more about the color of something or how it looks rather than content. Okay, so when we, if I wanted to change color, that would be an appearance. Or if I wanted to change what appears in the footer, that could be in appearance. What you're wanting to change is actual content. What you need to do is navigate to your home page.
Mm-hmm.
You would then need to find the grid page. And you could...
Is this on the dashboard or?
Yeah, so via the dashboard, you'd have to go to pages.
Yep.
Locate your home page.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would have your home page come up and you'd see all the elements of your home page.
Yep.
And you need to find the part of the page that you want to change. With that one, you can see that it's a grid and there's, how's it set up?
There's 6.
Yeah, you go into that part and it's, you click into it and then you'll see that there are 6 sub-menu things. One for each of them.
Yep.
So you then have to remove the image, remove the link, add a new image, add a new link.
Yep. Okay.
Does that link, those grid images link out to things?
Yeah.
Okay, so you remove the image, remove the link. And there's also a title, because I think on your things you might have, for example, sewing, and it says sewing on it.
Yeah, yeah. Is it easier for me to talk with this another time with you, maybe through Messenger or something?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want some help with doing stuff like that, happy to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I might need to because otherwise I'll probably just unlink stuff and throw something else back in that won't work.
That gives everybody that's listening has an idea that that's content rather than appearance. So that's where you would change it. So if you want to change anything that is content on a page, you go into the pages and edit page, find the element, the part. So you'll find that we usually set it up in rows with a widget, like an element. So it might have image or it might have post carousel, like the part of the page, the page that creates what you see. So it's just one of those things that it might be handy for everybody, their business, to go into, for example, the home page and open up your WordPress, and then in another tab, open up your home page, the actual page, And have a look at how your WordPress appears in your dashboard, and have a look at how it actually appears, and you'll see that these things correlate. So if you're seeing a grid here, then you'll see a little box in your in your dashboard that says, grid, or it might say, it might have something there. You'll see that they match up. Okay, and then you can know, once you do that, you can kind of get an idea and connect it, and then you know that when you want to change an image here that's appearing here, then you need to go into this and amend it. And you can actually just, you can just go in and have a look. So there's nothing wrong with going in and having a look. You're not going to break anything. And I recommend everybody just do that when you get your website. Go in, have a look. If you, if you're not confident, then don't update the page. Don't make any changes, just X out of it. Okay? It won't change unless you click on update. Okay? And the correlation of that is that if you're creating a post, if you're creating a post or something, then make sure that you click publish or update so that you can see the changes. But if you don't want to make any changes, just don't click on update.
Is that the same for, if I need to adjust the terms and conditions, because I noticed that mine says it's any legal issues are being dealt with under New South Wales law, but obviously I'm in WA. So do I do it where I'm based?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, and so is that the same just under the dashboard?
Okay, so again, that's content.
Content, yeah.
Go to pages. Okay. You'd find your terms and condition page, and you'll bring up that page, and you'll see that there's a whole lot of text, because the terms and condition page is just text. Okay?
Yep.
So it's usually what you see is what you get, editor. So what you can see on the page will appear on the actual website page. So just find the text where it says under the jurisdiction of New South Wales.
And you just adjust it.
Into Western Australia, and then click update. If you don't click update, your page won't update and you won't see those changes. And there's another tip for you. Sometimes you might make a change and you can't see it, and you're like, oh my God, I have changed it. I have gone back. I've gone back in, changed it. I cannot see it. And that's got to do with something with your website cache. So if you're on your website, you can, clear your history and clear your cache. And then when you navigate back to that page, you'll see the changes. Because I know sometimes I hand over a website and they go to me, what are you doing, Cherry? I told you that I wanted this centered and it's not centered. And I'll go, honey, it's centered. Delete your cache, and then you'll see the changes. So that's a nice little tip for you as well. So yeah, Beth was saying that that was her problem. She was too scared to break things. If you're really unconfident and you feel like you're going to break things, it really is a learning curve, and it's a matter for you. If you want to learn and put in some time and learn and get in there, then do it. But if it's something that you'd rather outsource, why I say get in there, experiment, have a look at it, is because I think that once you get a hang of it, it's pretty logical the way that WordPress works. Okay, once you get a hang of it, and it is a learning curve. It is a learning curve. So, I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm definitely not. But once you get it, it ends up being a little bit easier. So, but if you feel like you're too scared to break things and you don't want to do things, you don't have to. But the thing with that is that then you're going to have to get someone to do it for you, and then that costs you money. And that's money that you can spend on building your site, and getting graphics done, or getting, you know, or getting a social media schedule and paying for that, or, you know, it's other things that you can spend on your business. So WordPress is one of those things that you can learn and you can do it yourself. And, you know, we have, with the directory, for example, it should be set up so that businesses can claim their listings and they can maintain themselves. As far as I know, that's something that is an issue for you, and we'll get that fixed for you. But that takes a lot of work out of it. So that's one thing that you won't have to worry about, and that it will be a part of the site that can be maintained a lot. But something that you probably need to do a bit of to maintain your site is your blogs. And why that's important is it is a way that you can market yourself and drive an audience to your site. It's providing value for your audience, okay, and it keeps them coming back, okay. And I mean, you can share your blogs on Pinterest, on Instagram, on Facebook, and it will be seen, hopefully, and bring people to your website. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want people coming to your website, because if you've got a directory business, it means that you're providing value for your business people, because at the end of their 6 months free, they'll probably say to you, well, you know, can you tell me how many people visited my site? Can you tell me how many clicks on that thing? And their analytics should show that as well. But it's good for you to know as well that you're getting, you know, however many hits, and you're bringing people in for them. So hopefully that's been helpful. Just that little bit of background. It's the same with if you've got a blog, and I think I've got Sabrina online. Sabrina is, hi Sabrina. Who else have I got? I've got Florence, I've got Karina. Karina, you're new. I don't know you. You're new. I think you're business stuff. Got Bridget, I know you, Bridget. Katie Tannen, Michelle. Hey, excellent. Does anyone else have a question that they'd like to ask? Hi, Karina.
Hi, how are you? Quick question. How do you rotate? I've got a directory. How do you rotate your clients on your page?
Okay, so on which page? Do you mean on the
Yes.
home page where you've got where you might have the carousel?
Yeah, I've got like 4 listings, but I'd like to rotate them around because I've got like 7 or 8, and I want to make sure that they're all seen at the same time rather than just having 4.
That's a good question. Let me just have a think. I think it would be.
Sorry.
Okay. I think the part of the website that you're looking at is a carousel, right? And what it does is it has linked to it the directory listings, and
Yep.
that imports, I'm just thinking it through, that imports the logos of your website and you know, of your directory members, and it usually sees 4 across at a time, and then there's a little arrow up in the corner and you can click through and see them. How do you change that? You'd have to have a look. I don't know off the top of my head. You'd have to have a look in the settings for the carousel and see if you can.
Okay.
You might not be able to.
Okay.
Because it might be in, it might be sorted by alphabetical order. The other way you can do it is you can actually remove the carousel.
Yep.
And have just 3 images across the page with a title saying featured businesses, for example, and then you could have 3 showing, and then you could each month or whatever period that you want, you could replace. So that would be
Okay.
a progression. That's another way to do it. That's a static. That would be then static. It wouldn't be changing unless you change it.
Yep.
So that's why
Mhm.
I've set it up as a carousel, because then people can click, 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 and see them all, and it doesn't require any work from you. So the other way requires a little bit of work. Unless there is something in that setting of that carousel that lets you change it. You might be able to click, like tick random. For example, if there was a setting that allowed you to do it random, that would be helpful, because then it would mix it up. But just off the top of my head, it would depend on your theme, how that's setting,
Okay.
what options.
I'll try it.
So yeah, the other way you can do that is the static, or you could set it up as 3 sliders. And do you know what a slider is? Like a slideshow. Yeah.
Is that,
Okay,
is that
yeah.
what baby Chino kids got on theirs? Is that what you're talking about, the slider or the carousel? Baby Chino, is it Baby Chino, the one it's like they've got 3 or 4 pictures and you press the arrow and it slides the next ones across? Is that the slider?
A carousel is more like image, 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 and then there's a little arrow, and then they move like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Like that.
Yep. Yeah, that's what Baby Chino kids have got, I think.
A slider is, there's an image here. Yeah. A carousel is more. How do you explain it?
The carousel is a little bit, you have to click yourself to do the carousel, to do the slide.
Yeah.
And the other one would be automatic.
Sliders can be automatic as well. Probably more the size. So with a carousel, it's usually smaller. But with a slider, it's more that you've got a bigger image, and then you can click, and then it moves, and then there's one image, and it takes up more room. They're quite similar, but a website they can go to is Baby Kid BABYKID collection.com, and you can see that they've got a slideshow, and it goes from one image to the next image to the next image to the next image, like that. And you could do that as well. So what you could do is set up like 3 images, and you could have, business 1, and then sliding to the next business 2, sliding to the next business 3. So that ends up being rotating them all. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Kind of?
We'll see.
Yeah. If you get to that point, just reach out. You could see me in the group. You could tag me. You can ask me questions. You can PM me. My email address is virtually, VIRTUALLY, and then my name, Cherry Tibbet, which is quite easy, @gmail.com. You can get and contact me, and I'll try and help you. And email is probably better than PMing me.
No problem. Thank you.
Otherwise, I might get overrun. I try and keep my Facebook, my personal, rather than business, unless you PMing me to my page. But hopefully that's helped. There's a couple of when you get to go away from here and like maybe think about it, you might get an idea of, oh, okay, I know what she kind of means. I can think of it a different way. But yeah, if you don't, then just reach out.
No problem. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so has anyone else got any more questions? Everybody's quiet. Everybody's on mute. So
I have another one if nobody else does.
yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
Mine was just more, I just wanted to ask about the listing details, because obviously it all seems a bit jargony to me at the moment.
Yep.
What's sticky?
How do you explain sticky?
Because obviously it's got it showing as not an option, but obviously this is the things that I go in and change in content if I get different ones, because obviously it's just got the free trial at the moment, and then it's got the premium.
Yep.
Obviously they list the same things, so I'm just wondering, obviously, when I want to go in and have different levels, or because obviously they both got sticky, featured, the unlimited categories, and up to 3 locations. I'm assuming it's meaning throughout the website.
Yeah. So yeah, what it means is when you have the directory listings and they're all kind of all in a feed, right? If you have a featured listing, it stays up the top and it says featured.
Yep.
And then if you click to the next page, it'll stay there. It'll say featured, but I don't think it stays. No, hang on. If it's featured, it just says featured, and it's brought to their highlighted and brought to their attention. But if it says sticky, it stays there. So
Yes.
And you still see it. And
Yep.
that's what it means by sticky. Have that. I didn't really explain that very well.
No, that makes sense. It's kind of like what is it, Gumtree? You can have your ad that sticks at the top no matter what people are searching for.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
and if you think about it, it makes sense. That's why it's called sticky, because it sticks there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure that like the featured, but I suppose it's just maybe featured in that section, or
featured that kind of looks more highlighted.
Okay. And the unlimited categories, like just from a business perspective, what does that mean? That they get to go in? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that concept for bringing a business in. What does that offer them?
Yeah, with directories, you'll have a number of categories. You might have 10 or 20 or whatever. You can limit how many categories a business shows in. So, say you've got category 1 through to 20. Then you might, if you say to them, then they can have unlimited categories. Then you could click into, if they add themselves to each category, you could click into category 1 and you'll see them. Category 2, you'll see them.
Yeah.
20, right? But if you say no, you can only have 5, then they will only be seen in 5.
And how do we control that? Or is that set up when they click on which one they want to go through?
That would be in the settings. So you go into your dashboard and go into the directory settings, and then it's listing levels, I think. And then how many categories they can have, and you could say 3 or 5.
Yep.
And look, it's silly for businesses to put themselves in unlimited categories, right? Unless it was appropriate, okay? Because if you're a graphic designer, you don't want to be seen in a category for accountants because it's irrelevant, and you're just creating a bad experience for your audience. Because I know that if I was looking up, accountants, and I found graphic designers in there, I'd be like, what the hell? It would piss me off. I would find it annoying. So businesses will usually think like that.
Yep.
And not do that. But that's probably something that you want to have a look on your site. That doesn't happen. But if you think that they shouldn't be in a category, I think you can. You could edit their listing and you could remove them from a category. But if you're going to do that, I'd let them know.
Yeah.
Because you have given the businesses power over their listing, so they can add themselves to your directory. They can add up to 6 images or however many images that you allow them. They can add themselves how many locations you provide them. They can add themselves to how many categories that you allow them to provide. There's nothing wrong with giving them all that power, to maintain their sites. And they'll usually, 99% of people, I think, would do the right thing, because they want to be seen in a professional light and they want to be showing their business in that light. But if if they're a graphic designer that are putting themselves in the accountant category, there's no problem with it could be just a mistake. there's no problem with just editing them out of that category and just sending an email saying, I just noticed that you accidentally inserted yourself in the accountant category. I've removed you so that we can ensure that we've got a great great user experience for our audience, as we feel that you're not suitable or appropriate for that category. If I'm mistaken and you're in there for some reason, we might need to edit your listing. Bang. Thanks very much.
Yep.
Thank you, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, there's a way that you can do things. You know, you do have a power to edit, but I think just as part of business, I'd let them know. Yeah.
Yep. And what's the locations? If that's the categories, what's the difference between that and the locations?
So locations is where their business is located. So they might have a head office in Western Australia. They might have a location.
So you let them advertise 3 locations.
Yeah, or whatever.
Ah, yep. Okay.
People are only found in one place. Oh, yeah. So.
But not in Google, is it? Like, how can they insert 3 locations in Google? Because they just have one area to put the address, isn't it? Am I right?
Yeah, I'd have to have a look. It allows you to have 3 locations, so you must be able to.
Is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, look, do you know what? I have to say, with all the directory listings that I've added, and I've added a few, I've never come across people requiring more than one location. So if you do, like if you do come across that and it looks like that the directory is for that, just let us know.
I can't hear you properly, but that's fine. Because I have a business who is in Melbourne and in Sydney, and I can't put them both on Google Maps. But
okay, it would really depend on whether your listing level allows for more than one.
I see.
They should be able to answer that because it's allowing for more than one location.
So I have to go to the settings to see if this is the problem.
Yeah, go to your submit a listing page, and it has the your regions and locations. It might say 1. It might say Have a look.
Usually just save 1, no more than that.
Yeah, if it just says 1, you won't be able to add more than 1. And that's where your issue is. But if you allow it to 3, okay, so that would be my first point of call, making sure that option is there for you. And then
yeah, but because they are in the free leasing, can I go and change it in somewhere so I can give full things and after take it off if needed?
Yeah, if you want to change look, okay. So what we have done when we've set you up with directory, we have put certain things. Florence seems like she's stuck. Oh no, there you go. You've got up. Okay, so when we set up your directory, we've put in that they can have 6 images, say, or 3 locations, say, or that it costs $14.95 a month or something. It's your business. When we hand it over to you, it's your business. Okay, so if you want to make changes to those listing levels, you're free to. But just remember that the 4 people that we've brought on board have been told $14.95 a month, for example. So if you want to change that fee, I wouldn't change it for them. I'd change it for new people that are coming on. Okay, or I would contact them and say, hi, I've taken over the business and we have it. It's a $14.95 directory listing, but we're increasing it to $19.95. It's not going to affect you because you're on a trial period anyway, but just letting you know. But at the moment, all your businesses would be on a free listing, a free trial listing, so it won't affect them if you make changes. But it doesn't hurt to tell them if you're making a change. because I think they've been provided with information. And then
Yeah, but my question is not about the fee, because I don't want to charge more. I want to give them more. You know what I mean? I don't want to change the price of it. I just want to give them what I can offer.
Yeah, then that's fine. If you want to give them more, they're not going to
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. Like at this point, I know that they insert as a free business and they just have one location as a default thing. But so I can insert it in the settings, is it?
Yeah. So it's under directory admin or something like that, and listing levels. So there's, when you go into your dashboard, there's a directory.
Yeah.
There's a directory
Folder there.
folder up the top, but then there's a directory folder down the bottom. So there's directory settings.
Mm-hmm.
There were directory listings and then directory settings. I think what they call it, I'm doing it off from memory. And directory settings is where you click in and just like click into one and have a look what's under there. Click into another. You'll find listing levels, and that's where all your information for your listings is. And once you put it there, it will update to your page.
Yeah, and my other concern is what can they see when they are inserting? In fact, I'll try to do myself, because what happened is when I do outside and I click Essentials for Moms and I do my login, I automatically go through my admin account. So it means that I see everybody there. So does it mean that my customer will see everybody as well or not?
No, it's because you've got admin rights, you see everybody's listings, okay? So
yes.
Pretend you're not you for a minute, okay? Pretend that you're, you know, your sister or anybody. Anybody. You can sign up with a fake detail. Doesn't matter because it's you. Okay? Sign up with you know, or with your personal account, with your personal email, right? And you know, sign up and run through the interview. You'll see what they see, and then that will make sense to you. You'll see that information that they put in, and that's how it creates the listing. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Once you sign in as another person, you'll see the site as a visitor sees the site.
But it's normal if I go to log in on your right thing, I would enter as admin, not as a customer. Yes? Makes sense?
Yes. If you were logging in, you would log in as admin. And you would see everything. But if you want to see it as a business would see it, you can't log in as admin.
Yeah, I'll do a fake one. No, that's fine.
Fake one. And then you can go into users and delete yourself.
Okay.
So yeah,
thank you.
You should do that, guys, if you want. But otherwise, when you log into admin and you go to the submit a listing page, yeah, you see a short code. You don't actually see the listing. Yeah, you'd have to log in as a private person. I have seen the dialogue. I'm trying to remember how I've seen it. I'm not sure. Maybe through, yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's one way you can do it anyway. Okay, so has anyone got any more questions? Everybody's happy? Everybody's quiet. Does everyone want to come off mute? We've got 5 minutes left. So feel free to come off and say hi. And if you're sure you don't have any questions, then we can wrap it up if you like. But yeah, basically, we will continue having WordPress sessions. If there's anything that you guys would like me to cover, I'm happy to do that. And just, in that business jump group, just create a post and just say, make a discussion about, I'd like some help with this, and I can make sure that my training sessions deal with that. I think it might be handy having talked to you guys actually doing a session on the directories, and just showing you how they're set up, and how you can make some changes to that. I know that sometimes people get confused about some of the pages. So some of the pages that we set up in the directory, they are set up by the plugin, so they are automatic. There are other pages that aren't automatic. They are static pages, so then you have to add the information to. You might have a page called Featured Boutiques or Featured Businesses. That will be a page that's not generated by the plugin, and you would have to add a logo and a little description and a link in there, and that's manual work. And that would be all set out in your getting started with document that you get on handover. So if you've got any concerns about how you update your directory, have a read of that document really carefully so that you can see how it's set up. But again, I've stressed it before, have a play, have a look. One tab have your dashboard, one tab have your actual website, and you can see how the setup appears to a to a visitor. And once you can work out the connection between those things, it'll make it really easier. It'll make it easier to maintain, I think, because then you can kind of understand how WordPress works. So basically, you have a page and you have elements, and you can add things, and then it shows as the website. And it really is, in a sense, that simple, but it's working out how to make things look like that. If that makes sense. Yeah. So hopefully you guys got help from this session. I've got 2 minutes.
Was there a video from the Instagram training that you did?
Yeah, I didn't do the Instagram training.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you did that one.
Like Christy, I do know a little bit about Instagram though. So if you want to jump it in, you can ask it.
Oh, it was just more, I just obviously just don't really understand how it all works. Was there a video from that one, the recording?
There wasn't a video. She didn't do a video, it was audio. So is there a recording, or you don't know? There was. If you go to the post, if you actually go into the group and if you search for Instagram, you should be able to find that post, and it's in one of the comments.
Okay.
I did one on Pinterest.
Are we doing? Is there anyone like that coming up? Are we doing another one, or it's just we go back and listen to those recordings?
Go back and listen to Pinterest. But if there's something that if you have a look at that and there's something else that you want to cover, just jump in the group and say that you want it, because basically Nat is happy to cater to what you guys want. So if you say, I want more WordPress training, we'll give it to you. If you guys say you want Pinterest, we'll give it to you. If we say you want Facebook ads, can't help you there, but we'll find someone that can help you.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that one, that's a hard one.
So, yeah, anything that costs me, at the moment.
Yeah.
But Nat is great about
there's
doing
the next things. It was bad enough. People talk about dashboard.
Yeah, I'm a WordPress girl, so that's my main thing. And website design. I'm a virtual assistant. I'm a lawyer by trade. What else do I do? I help with Pinterest. I know a little bit about Instagram. I try to, because I'm an entrepreneur myself, I try and know a little bit about everything. But Facebook ads, I haven't even gone there. Funnels, I haven't gone there. I kind of learn things as I go along. And anything that I think can help you guys, I share it with you guys. So, yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
So it's probably going to cut out soon, but, Christy, Pinterest training, please. Yeah, search the group for Pinterest and you'll find a link